Welcome back to the Talk Shop at the Albany County Fairgrounds Grandstands. This facility under consideration for Albany County projects listed on the May 5th, 2026 special election ballot proposition. And this 1% specific purpose sales and use excise tax ballot item includes a really important piece for consideration, one suggested by the Albany County Commissioners. And Taylor Haley, you are in charge of bookings and contracts and the details that surround this. Tell us about what we're going to see on our tour with you here at the Albany County Fairgrounds.
Yeah, so we'll pass through the grandstands here. We'll take a peek over at the Crow's Nest. Then we'll go through the middle of the grandstands, take a look at the concession stands. We'll look at the main common area, and then we'll discuss a little bit about the ticket booth and the new bathrooms that were built in 2012.
Now, as we're right here in the grandstands itself, the seating, aluminum, bench, is there a change proposed in that opportunity? Are we looking at seating? Are we looking at return of bench? What is the plan for the grandstand?
At this time, the original idea around the grandstands is to return to a metal bench. That's the easiest way for different types of events to have different sized groups here, okay, rather than individual seats. All right.
What kind of salvage is available with the existing setup of the grandstand? Should it be deconstructed? What kind of salvage reclamation are we looking at with the proposal that is underfoot?
Yeah, that's a great question that I don't have a complete answer for. It depends on, I guess, the company that would come in to demolish or the company that would come in to build it, on what they believe can be salvaged, or if we just need all new. I don't know that yet. We'll have to go through the bid process and meet with those.
Well, it's an important item for the Talk Shop to make mention of. Invitation has been made to Albany County Commissioners Thad Hoff, Terry Jones, Pete Gosar, to come to the Talk Shop and speak with respect to information and details that voters might like going to the polls the most informed. As you give us this tour, we're yours. We'll follow you. Where are we going next?
Sure, we'll head right down this way.
Looking across the arena to the Crow's Nest. That's one of the items on the ballot proposition.
It is. In a lot of our events, the technology has gotten bigger. We need room for more people. We need the ability to have several different groups going at the same time, and they all need to be kind of together. So the footprint of our current Crow's Nest is just a little bit too small.
Following you.
Yes. So when we head back here through the tunnel, this of course splits the grandstands halfway.
It's the People's Outgate.
It is. And you're seeing it in its off-season state. We generally use under this space to store some of our equipment. But the common area here at Jubilee Days, you're familiar with their beer garden vendor and their other retail vendors that they have here. All of these concession stands on this end are storage for different groups. The concession stands on this end, blue, red, yellow, and orange, are all set up for folks to bring items into to be able to have concessions.
Taylor Haley at the Albany County Fairgrounds given us a tour of one item that is on the special purpose excise tax ballot initiative. This special election concludes May 5th, and your vote is requested. Be an active voter, be an informed voter, and you're going to show us a few of the, or one at least, of the concession areas. I think that's an important one to show.
Yeah, we'll head on down to the orange. So while we're headed this way, you see that the tan and red ticket booth and the tan and red restrooms. Those were built in 2012. At this time, they are staying. They will not be going anywhere. The ticket booth, we're still investigating it being more mobile, but these two items are not being demolished if the spec tax were to pass.
The last time I worked in that, it was 2007, and that's a big improvement right there.
Yeah, so here's one of our concession stands. We just have things stored out here. But this is pretty much what all of them look like. We've gone in over the last couple of years and we have updated some of the electrical, to increase for the needs that we have with the vendors that come to our events. But other than that, the grandstands look as similar to whenever they were built, in between 55 and 65.
Do you run into electrical needs that aren't accommodatable? And give us an instance of one of those, if you would.
Sure. So specifically in these concession stands, a lot of groups are bringing in roasters, crock pots, those different heating elements, or maybe a hot dog roller and a nacho cheese machine. All of those take electricity. These concession stands just weren't built with that much power. They were built to have lights and maybe serve drinks out of one. But we just don't have the power that we need to for today's concession stands.
And we talked earlier in a segment that these were constructed in the 1950s?
Late 50s, and they were finished in 65.
And a lot of use through the decades.
Yes.
And a lot of events could be booked here as an opportunity should there be a new grandstand authorized to be built with this specific purpose money. What would capacity be proposed for the facility of tomorrow?
Sure. So looking ahead to the future, if we do end up with new grandstands, the new set, the most current or the newest set that would be built here would seat the same number that we have currently. So 2,500 max. However, the event can limit that if they don't want to have 2,500 people. The grandstands that I have looked at previous, we'd be able to expand on those. So if we wanted to increase that seating to 3,000, 3,200, 3,500, we would have the option to do that. With these current grandstands, we don't. But with a new set of grandstands and the new designs of the scaffolding, we would be able to expand on those.
Albany County is moving to vote centers this year, and vote centers have become increasingly popular throughout the country because voters are able to go to any of the vote centers regardless of their assigned district or precinct. Let's go to the polls, Albany County, and vote for or vote against this proposition. This ballot proposition ends May 5th, 2026. For more information and detail on the Albany County initiatives, visit albanycountywy.gov. Taylor Haley, we thank you so much for our tour of the premise today and your guest appearance on the Talk Shop.
You're welcome.